So what I tried to do here is kind of paint the picture of the emerging trends. You probably already knew that, but I wanted to give you some very factual data points conducted across multiple surveys that we've done in recent months to kind of back that up. So there's no denying that trends. What I would like to talk about now is the multiple SaaS applications that companies are beginning to deploy, and maybe a little bit about what their new and emerging administration needs are. One of the reasons why we use SaaS models is because there are very rapid time to value in many cases. Sometimes we went to our IT organization and asked them to improve a business process, improve an operation in a line of business, and we got the response from the IT organization that, sure, we can do that, but it'll take 6 months. So in many cases, when that happens, line of business and department heads scratch their head and said, 6 months isn't good enough, I need to look elsewhere. And they turn to the SaaS market usually first to see if there's some off-the-shelf kind of service that they can use to improve their business operations. So the benefits, clearly, are time to value. Cost, when I say cost, typically it's cost that becomes a little bit more predictable on subscription services, and maybe ties to the argument of CapEx versus OpEx for the financial organization. In some cases, it's a pay per drink or pay as you go model. Indeed, the benefits of no infrastructure are obvious. Often the SaaS environment is intuitive, meaning it has a short learning curve. Users can become proficient in relatively short order. And it's often, and many times it's adaptable. Many of SaaS vendors have engineered a cloud-native architecture that is highly configurable, meaning you can compose different use cases within their environments to accommodate different needs. I, for one, have been a customer of these platforms, and I used one to craft a very quick and to the point product lifecycle management system, taking advantage of the highly configurable nature of the platforms upon which these services run. So there's plenty of benefits to be derived from SaaS environments, but it brings new burdens. It's great when we just use one SaaS and they've got, and that vendor has an administrative console to take care of all the administrative needs for permissions and user onboarding, et cetera. But once you have multiple SaaS vendors, those platforms are different. Their user interface is different. Their administrative tools are different. They handle policies in different ways. Some are strong in some types of administrative capabilities and not so strong in others. Some have very configurable environments, some less configurable. So how does IT handle all of the things that they need to do to offer permissions, onboard and offboard users? How do they manage data risk now that you're exposing data to multiple off-premises platforms? How can that be governed and controlled in better ways? Simple things or other things like group memberships need to be addressed, shared resources. Even licenses can be a challenge and needs to be addressed in different ways. Delegate access privileges, passwords. I mean, the list kind of goes on and on. Those of us familiar with IT administrative burdens are fairly familiar with these kind of challenges. So when you think about SaaS and you think more specifically about multiple SaaS, well, what is a SaaS? Well, it's an application that runs in a cloud, obviously. But how do you manage it? Do I manage it as applications like I traditionally do? Do I manage it as a cloud? Or do I manage it through more traditional means, IT services management, the in-place tools that I have to manage all my IT resources?